Hi everyone, welcome to the second section of this course. In this video, we're going to begin writing basic SQL queries to give you some practice with the syntax and to become accustomed with this SQL platform. First, let's verify that our database is already loaded. To verify your database has loaded correctly, go ahead and type the following statements. Go ahead and select star from book. Go ahead and select star from editor. Go ahead and select star from rating. Now, the star, also known as the asterisk, is known as a form of the wildcard in SQL. As we get further in this course, we will discuss the wildcard and many ways we can use it. But right now, let's go ahead and click Run. By using star in the select statement, we're able to retrieve all data for every single table. So we're able to retrieve all of the data for the book table, all of the data for the editor table, and all of the data for the rating table. Okay, now let's verify. In the book table, we have book code, title, first name, last name, year written, and price. In the editor table, we have the editor ID, first name, last name, affiliation. And in the rating table, we have the rating code, editor ID, book code, star rating, and the rating date. Now let's go ahead and write our very first query. Our very first query is going to be a simple query. But before we jump into that, let's look at the standard SQL statement. So the basic SQL statement is we're selecting something from somewhere. Okay, so we're going to select something. And we can select more than one thing. So it can be something and another. And we're going to select something from somewhere. And sometimes the from somewhere, we need to specify exactly from where and what we're selecting. So we can also use where something is equal to something. Okay, so just keep this basic standard in mind as you become more familiar with SQL. And as we get further in the course, you will notice that this all becomes second nature to you because you'll have so much practice and it'll be easily for you to determine if we're using a select statement, from statement, where statement, or even more advanced statements as we get further in this course. So let's go ahead and write our very first query. Our very first query says, output the last name of all authors. Well, we know all author information is stored in the book table. So what are we selecting? We are selecting the last name. The last name. So last name. And when you select something, you must spell it identical to how it is listed in the table. Okay, any errors, any mistakes, anything will cause the system to return incorrect information, no data found, or even an error. So let's go ahead. Last name from, what's the somewhere? The somewhere is the book table. And end the statement with a semicolon. In this example, we don't need the where clause because it doesn't ask us where something is equal to something. It's only asking us to output the last name of all authors. So we can go ahead and delete the where clause or the where statement and go ahead and click Run. The results were listed with every single author in the book table. Now notice at the bottom, sometimes the same author may appear more than once, and that's because Ernest Hemingway, he has more than one book in our library. And I believe he's the only one. So if you're ever searching something and there's duplications and you want to be sure that it could not be the same person, what you can do is or the same item, you can use the keyword distinct, D-I-S-T-I-N-C-T, distinct. Select distinct last name from books. And when we go ahead and run this statement, then Ernest Hemingway will only return once. Click Run. And there you go. Last name, Ernest Hemingway, only returned once. Let's try another.